We got bets, NFL, Week 12. Let's go.
Oh my God! I'm embarrassed! You're flying!
Welcome in. It's almost time.
And we are live. Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of the MoneyPot Podcast. I am your host, Moss Money. We have plays and props all day today. We're going Week 12. What a fucking crazy day it was yesterday for college football and rivalry week. Sorry we couldn't get a show out to you. We got some plays out. We had some hits. We had some haters. We won some money. And that's all part of the game, you know? So, like I said, welcome everybody here to another episode of Money Pop Podcast. Let's get the games on the screen. Because you know what I'm going to do here? We just going to go right in, okay? Diddy's on his way. I don't got no special spiel. I just want to give you some plays because I want to win some money too. So let's not even joke about this. Let's not even, even give anything remotely to anything outside of a pitch, outside of like, just give me the damn plays. I got my screen all messed up. No, I don't like it over there. Can I move it over here? Having computer issues like I was earlier. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right to the poll question. And the poll question of the day, Facebook, YouTube, and someone on Twitter. Do you think the Eagles will cover the 6.5 spread against the Green Bay Packers Sunday Night Football tonight? Let's get into it. Let's break it down. We are right now favorite minus 6.5. Total is minus 15 on the juice, 46.5 over or under. Money line is minus 295. So the funny thing about this game is that this game, hopefully I don't have any. Okay, here we go. We good. The funny thing about this game is that the Eagles are going to be the biggest teaser liability out there. And when I say about that, they're right sitting at that seven magic number. So everybody's going to be teasing the Eagles. I think it was like almost all any teaser, almost I think it was like 90. Was it that high? I got to check it again. I think it was almost 90% of teaser tickets had the Eagles in them. It was a big liability. And when you see that, you want to stay away. I just don't, I like the Eagles here. I think they should show up. Green Bay has some injuries, not only to Rodgers, but to that defense. So I'm gonna agree to the poll. I think they will cover the spread. They've covered most of the spreads at home. I think they're 4-1 at home. Green Bay's 1-4 on the road, and I believe they're 4-1 also against the spread at home. The Eagles are. So it's going to be tough for us to lose at home, especially coming off not coming off a loss because we beat the Colts, but coming off a home loss the last time we were home. Probably bad sour taste in our mouth. Sue and Joseph should be more acclimated to the system. They played a shit ton. So I'm going to go. I like the Eagles here. I agree to the poll here. But now from a betting perspective, there's this one play that I really like, and that's Jalen Hurts to throw for over 2 touchdowns. It's right now, it's at 1.5. It's at plus 108. You know how it is. When we start talking about stuff on this show, things start to trend the opposite way. They typically hit. But plus 108. I do like Jalen Hurts to throw over 2 touchdowns today. Rodgers and Green Bay have given up 2 touchdowns in the last 4 games straight. I didn't even go back farther than that. They even gave up 2 touchdowns to Tannehill. They given up a rushing touchdown as well. So I was looking at some player props here as well. I do like AJ Brown over his 71.5. I'm still dissecting the numbers with that, but I'm leaning towards that. Now the question is, what receiver is going to kind of really go off? Because they're not going to be able to really run the ball. They'll be able to move the ball a little bit, running the ball, but I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball either. So I do. You know who else I do like? I almost forgot about this. I do like a Miles Sanders touchdown today. I do like a Miles Sanders touchdown today. I think he gets in the zone. When are we going to get a Philadelphia defensive touchdown again? I would love to play this. I'm trying to see who else is on here. Zach Pascal. I forgot about Sammy Watkins is on there. But these are the two plays I like from this from the Eagles team from Green Bay versus Philly. Like I said, I was leaning towards AJ Brown. I just haven't got there yet. I was also looking at team totals over the where is it? Over 26.5, I think it was. Oh, yeah, jumped up to 27. Yeah, that's a little tough. The reason why, because Gary, their best pass rusher, is going to be out. If I'm not mistaken. I think he's out for the year, actually. And I think they just lost another linebacker. Somebody can check that out for me. I think they lost another linebacker. Yo, Jake. Yo, Chuck. You guys let me know. Did they lose another? Did Green Bay lose another linebacker for this game? I thought it was like Collins or something. I gotta double check that. But yeah. So I was looking at this. It was at 26.5. You're still okay here at 27, even though it got a little bit juicier. But the key number is 28. I know he scored 35 at home, 27 at home. When they lost, they scored 17. So I was trying to find a side there. So I think because it's going to be blacked out tonight, right? They're going to be in the all blacks. So the players going to be hyped. Sunday night football. Players get up for games like this, especially against good other players too as well. So I know Sue came out and said he doesn't like Aaron Rodgers. I wonder what a sack from Sue would be. It's such a hard sell, though. I wouldn't. I mean, it's going to be. Yeah, they don't even have it up yet. They don't even have. So this game, they don't even have some of the player props up all the way. So we gotta wait till they get those up. I know it's gonna be tempting to take Jalen Hurts over his rushing yards. It's I don't know. It's gonna be like I think he'll have some success throwing the ball. I was looking at his attempts. Attempts are way high. I think it's like 10.5. Yeah, 10.5 is high. And I want to take Sanders over his rushing yards as well too. But this, Hurts is such a factor in the rush game. I got to do a little bit more research on the Green Bay Packers rush defense. I saw a side with these two and didn't really look too much into it. I didn't want to get too drawn down in this game. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you like the Eagles to win today? Do you like the Eagles to cover? You putting them in a money line parlay today, as they should just win. 3-1, not bad. We will let me know, and we'll go back to that game. All right, let's go to the next game. Yeah, come on. Thank you, assistant. You know what I mean? Need some coffee, Scared to get in the film. All right, let's go. Baltimore versus Jacksonville Jags. Baltimore is favorite -3.5. Total is 43.5. Now, it's a tricky game here. I think Jacksonville is coming off a bye. But the one play I do like here is Likely's out, the backup tight end for Ravens. We all know Mark Andrews is the guy. But even more back, he's going to be back in his role as the guy. I really like Mark Andrews over his receiving yards at 67.5. He is the main guy there in that offense. He always has been for a couple years. I don't think he still got his numbers. I think last week, even with Likely on the field since he's come back from injury. So I think Mark Andrews here has a strong play. I'm going to go over his receiving yards. I know Gus Edwards is back. I believe Gus Edwards is back. That 36.5 is really low. I like that, actually. I'm going to take that. I like that 36.5. 2 for Gus Edwards. That's a good That's a really low stat. I don't think he's gonna have any restrictions. Let me double check myself real quick. There's a lot of bad football today. You know what I mean? Like, and you gotta understand, you gotta figure out, like, when there's a lot of bad football, like, yeah, when he's played, he's hit 60 yards. He's gotten 11 carries, 66 carries. I don't like Drake is okay, but he's not their guy. He's not gonna be their guy. What's his attempts? If his attempts is under 10, that's even a better bet. No, they don't even have his attempts up here. Lamar's that's low. I like that too. Lamar's rushed for like 10 times. Oh wow, 8.5. Oh, I love this. What are we doing here? It's Lamar Jackson back there. That's Lamar Jackson back there. Even Lamar 52 is low. Jesus. What's the longest rush? 18 yards. That Travis Etienne one is really enticing. But see, Baltimore's got a pretty decent, good defense. I wasn't trying to get too cute playing some Jacksonville. Kurt is probably the only play I would be here. Right here. If you like anything on the Jacksonville side, I would take a look at Kurt here. I don't think Peters is out. But like Kurt is their guy. Like he has to be their guy. Let me see real quick. Yeah, 8 catches. And he's exploded too. Huh. What's his receiving total reception? This is all they have on here. Oh yeah, 5.5. Christian Kirk, give me that. Plus 118. Yeah. Think about it. Sunshine. Trevor Lawrence throws at least 25 times a game. Here, look at his attempts. His attempts have been 40, 31, 31, 43. And he's completed 29, 25, 18, and 22. And you got to tell me Kirk's got to get 6 of those as the lead receiver? That's a play right there, for sure. Wow. This is a hell of a play right here. That's a top play. I didn't even see that one until now. And then you got to think he's going to get over his 61. So when the receiving yards are this low, what I like to do is I like to go to alternate and see if we can get some plus money for 70. Because if he gets to 61, he's going to probably get 65, 67. Like I can see a stat line like 7 catches for like 87 yards, something like that. Now, I mean, not a crazy day, but just volume. He's just going to be so volume. So I like the plus. I would take this out, and I would put the plus 122 on Christian Kirk to have 70-plus yards. Total's a little low, but they're not going to be able to rush the ball against Baltimore that much. All right. Let's keep it moving, baby. Eagles are delusional. Why you say that, Tom? Tom Brad? Is that is that Tom Arnaud? Is that the burner? All right, next game. We got the Denver Broncos going to Carolina Panthers. Denver is favored -1.5. Total is Jesus Christ. Total is 36.5. Wow. Do you tease that? Do you tease that down and take the under over 30? Can these teams score 21 to fucking 14? That's an insane low. That's crazy. I know this. I know as a favorite, Denver is 0-4 against the spread. I'll tell you that as a favorite. So that's not a good trend. But I am not betting Carolina. I'll tell you that. This is a dookie game, a shit bowl, and I'm not touching it. So, and it's too close. It's a 50-50 shot. So you would think Denver would win, but the line's telling you something different. Smells like a home dog. All right, next game. We got Atlanta Falcons traveling to watch the newly juvenated Washington Commanders after their Super Bowl win. Minus 3.5 total is 40.5. Atlanta's rush pass defense is horrible. Atlanta's pass defense is horrible. So I would be looking here at Heineke, passing prompts, and McLaurin, Scary Terry. Let's take a look here. I do like Washington in the game as well. I think Kyle Pitts just went out, if I'm not mistaken. That Heineke. Unless they think they're gonna rush the ball the whole time, all crazy. It looks like some juicy prompts here. Tiny Heineken plus 142 to throw for 2 touchdowns. Let me check something. That's a liability there, Vegas. Because he's got 3 and 2. How they've won both games, and he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass? What the fuck kind of shit is that? Yeah, Pitts is out. Yeah, he was light, but they only have 4 catches. But see, he's looking for him now. Let's see what his this is all I would do with Heineke. Clearing 64 yards. What's the receptions? 4.5. So I like that 4.5. I would take this over. Like I said, he's been the guy. Oh yeah, who won the Gibson? And he's a check down guy too. Heineke's a check down guy too. But I'm not. The 2.5 makes sense here for Gibson, but I'm just taking Terry over his 4.5 receptions. I think that's safe enough. I would lean Washington here. Team's kind of, like I said, been kind of coming on a little bit. What was the score of that last game? Yeah, team's only averaging 31 points. Actually, no, 31. No, the Eagles are the only team that scored 20 points on them since the Packers. Nobody's really scored 20 points on them. So let's look at the totals real quick here for Falcons. 18. I would take the under here. I love the hook. I would definitely take the under here. This is a rushing offense. They're not going to get much. Wouldn't surprise me if Mariota does not finish the game. Because, they're still in the running. They're 5-6, so they're going to be fighting. Commanders are trying to come back, get ahead. I actually like the Commanders in the game. I would probably tease them down to plus 3.5. But I like this under of Falcons team total under 18.5. Even though the Falcons have been playing somewhat well, they played some bad teams. And the better teams they have played, they haven't been able to score like normal, especially with Pitts out now. It's just going to make them even more one-dimensional. Who do they have as a receiving threat? Don, what's up, man? Oh, did you see the college pod, Don? Mission. If you guys haven't, man, if you guys haven't subscribed to MoneyPot Podcast on YouTube, you guys need to get over there. Document it. I am video documented on all my plays. That's why I don't really like put up like wins and losses and stuff, because if you want to really see it, you can just go back. Even the wins, I don't really, boast too much. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, and it'll help the show grow even more. And that's why I have you guys, because I want you guys to tell people when you win money, right? Because I don't think I've met anybody who's followed me, subscribed to the channel, or even just in passing talk to me, and I didn't lose, and I lost the money. Like, I typically win people money all the time, and that's what the show's about. Is about winning money at the end of the day, using sports betting as the vehicle. But check out MoneyPot Podcast YouTube right now if you haven't. If you are, appreciate the support. If you haven't, make sure you go subscribe, because we be throwing up shorts, and we just be killing it. We just be killing it. I think Sharp missed on his teaser, but that's fine. He's 6-3 with teasers in 9 weeks. He's 6-3. So you lose one and then you win 3 more. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yeah, I was looking who they have. Just Zacchaeus. Oh yeah, and Drake. Damn, Drake, 38.5 yards. See, I think this line is wrong. This is in Washington. I don't even know what the weather's going to be in Washington. You have a dome team coming out, and it's at 3.5. Washington might win by a touchdown, even more. This line looks a little funky. I feel like this line should be worse. Terrence McLaren to score 2-1 is a pretty good look too. Somebody's got to score over here in Washington. Most passing yards out of these bums. All right, that's enough about the Atlanta Falcons and Washington game. All right, let's go back. Next game, Tampa Bay going to Cleveland. Tampa's favorite -3.5. Total is 42.5. Money line is -174. No, what's his name? No Fournette today. He is out. I believe the guy White is getting the start. Tough game to kind of read. It's in Cleveland. Tampa's kind of coming on just a little bit. Hard to bet against Chubb getting on his over, but Tampa's been spotty in terms of their rushing defense. Sometimes they look okay. Sometimes they don't look so good. So I would be careful about taking White, even though he's going to be the bell cow. They don't even have his attempts up. I was looking at the attempts for Chubb, but I could see that getting away from them if they get down fast. I was looking at some passing prompts here. Let's see what Tom's at. 261. I think that's a little low for Tom. Oh, wow. 1.5. Let me see this. Tom, bring a hold Tom Brady to under 2 touchdowns? I don't know about that, dog. He only got 12, though. But he hasn't had that many. But that 260 looks a little low to me. He's hit this 3 out of the last 4 games. Let's see what the Browns have done against fairly okay, competent passing. So Allen's a little bit different. What they do? They got smoked by Miami. Well, they gave up a lot of rushing yards too. Yeah, I think Cleveland's got a leaky rush defense. See, it's so hard to not bet with Chubb, man. Got any injuries? Hip? Oh yeah, Gage is out. Julio! Vita V is huge. If Vita V can't play, then I would definitely be on Chubb over. He was sidelined Wednesday and Thursday with foot soreness, log limited. Yeah, I think I'm going with it. It's the only one I can really trust. And the only one I can really trust is Chubb over his rushing yards. But that's a light play. A light play. I don't think I would put that as a major play. But in this game, that's the only thing I can really trust. I thought I heard a beep for the boy in the back. Let's go. Diddy, what's up, man?
What up?
Oh, look at that. Look at you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to switch it up a little bit.
You trying to switch it up, dog. I see you, boy.
Gotta represent.
I see you, boy. You know what I mean? I see you.
That's just
all right. We're going with we're on the Tampa Cleveland game. And then we'll go back if you have anything on the Eagles game. I'm not gonna go back through every game. like we typically do. I'm gonna just keep it moving. Anything on this game? Games are weird this week, dog.
Yeah, it's been like that for the last few weeks. I'm a little bit weary on this game. I know a lot of people are in Tampa. I'm not really sure about this yet. They're going to Cleveland. It's going to be a little cold out. Well, it's going to be chilly out there. Um, so no, I don't have a little strong play. If I was to lean anything, I'd probably lean the points here with Cleveland, but that's because I feel like everybody's on Tampa.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really have a side here. I just saw Vita Vey might be out, and that obviously you would have to think that favors Chubb at this point. So I think two bets, sure things are kind of him getting close to his over prompt and him scoring a touchdown.
Hmm.
So I think that's a good nugget for that game. But I don't Rashad, I think it is White.
Rashad White.
Is starting.
Is it White? Is it Rashad?
I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's Rachaad. Rashad. It's not Rashard. I know it's not because there's no R back there. But you know who I'm getting that
Hmm.
mixed up with, right? So Fournette is out. So White get the start. He had a good game last game. I was looking at some of his receiving capabilities because Fournette is always good for like 3 to 4 passes, dump offs from Tom. But I'm not sure yet. It's hard to play that play because we just have such a small sample size. And you know how these veteran quarterbacks are; they have to trust their guy. But Tom's a little bit more lenient to trusting his guys, I think.
Hmm.
So I think this is a kind of come see game. We'll see how this game plays out. I might have some more plays come later. Like I said, it was a tough slate to look at this week. A lot of bad teams playing, and a
I
lot
mean,
of mediocre.
I would look at like you said, Chubb's props maybe score anytime might be good there. You know, they feed him a lot. I think they'll be feeding
Yeah.
him a lot to kind of control the tempo here.
Yep.
Um, try to keep Tom off the field. I think that's where the game can kind of separate. But for the most part, I feel like Cleveland plus 3.5 is a good number, especially when you're getting the hook. So, what's up, Don Don?
Yeah, I hear that. Who do you think is a better team, Washington or the Giants?
Giants. I
Yeah,
think
I'm
the
gonna have to
Washington's
give
hot
it
right
Giants.
now, but I think you put some two teams in the phone booth. Giants come out.
Yeah, I think so too. I was just talking about Heineke hasn't thrown for a touchdown pass and they've won 2 games back to back,
Yeah.
which is insane. So that tells me that the other part of the team is a little bit better. Their rushing attack is getting there. I
Mhm.
think Gibson is a big part of that rushing attack. I don't think Robinson is what they thought or hoped to be, but obviously he's coming off getting shot. So I wasn't even expecting him to play at all.
I like
Um,
Robinson. Why you keep hating on Robinson?
well, he's a volume guy. He's not what we saw in Bama yet. And I think it's this one, this is his first shot, right? He's just playing, and then not even that, no pun intended. Not only was his first shot, but he got shot. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So I don't know. Gibson, to me, Gibson just looks like the more natural runner. Just a little bit. And maybe just because they're spelling him, he just got fresher legs let down the stretch and not being the bell cow. I don't know. We don't watch Washington games, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
you know what I mean? I don't know. Rob, what's up, man? Still don't trust Tampa's offensive line. Likes the
Agree.
Browns plus 3.5 on my card. I like it. And then he is Duke minus 2.5 and hoops and Taylor Heineke over 2.5. 213 and a half passing yards are my top selections. Yeah, we haven't dug into basketball just yet. We typically get so involved with football from college to NFL. We'll start bringing in some basketball sides. I got a couple guys who really do it, who are in it right now, but I kind of wait for I
These
kind
summer
of
league
wait.
tournaments and stuff to go.
So, but college is definitely picking up for sure. Definitely picking up for sure. So let me swing right back to the poll question for you, Diddy, real quick here. The Eagles will cover the 6.5 spread against the Green Bay Packers. Agree or disagree? Where you are at on this game for Sunday Night Football, baby?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a tricky game. I do. I think the Eagles do cover as a lean. I'm not betting it. I think I'm more on the other end of this though, as far as teaser wise. I think I'm going to tease up Green Bay a little bit just to get them more points. I don't know if we beat them by margin, but I think we could cover the 6.5 though. I think this is a tricky spot here. It really is.
Yeah, I agree. I think on paper it looks like they should agree. See, this is what didn't I tell you? I tell you, every time we put plays up, them shit start to drop. That shit's whack. Um, I do agree with you here. I think Eagles liability from a teaser side, very heavy on the Eagles side just to win the game, which makes a whole lot of sense here. Vague what they're doing, but again, that 6.5 is really tempting. Um, it's hard to see this Green Bay team throwing on the Eagles. I think they're gonna have to run
Yeah, I do
to
like.
to make
Yep.
to make this work. And I'm not sure. I don't know where they are. Sue and Joseph did a hell of a job for their first run. You would think they would get better in the system. Could be of hype to getting on the field. A lot of juices going. Energy was up. And now we get here. Love Sue talking shit though that he hates Green Bay.
Mhm.
But the one play I do like here, I really like, is one of my top plays, if not the top play, is Jalen Hurts to throw for over 1.5 touchdowns.
Okay.
Green Bay has given up 2 touchdown passes in the last straight 4 games.
Okay.
And we don't like to run the ball in the red zone unless
Right.
it's Hurts. So give me Jalen to go over his touchdown prompt at 1.5. I think he has a decent day, and I do like Miles to score though. I do like Miles to score today.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on, son. I don't think
What?
you're allowed to go on this show to do anything with Miles Sanders.
Why not?
I think you've been banned to bet on Miles
I ain't
Sanders.
banned from Miles
The way
Sanders.
you
Get out.
talked about Miles Sanders.
Come on, man.
Shameful.
What Don?
You,
Jesus
you
Christ!
see, shameful, right? Shameful.
What are you
It's just,
talking about, man?
it's
Come
just
on
crazy.
now.
He
Don't
got
be
the
hating,
nerve.
man.
The nerve.
I got the nerve to make people money.
And
Is
matter
what
of
I
fact,
got
you
the
even
nerve
said
to.
his real name, Miles Sanders. What did you usually call him?
Sandals?
There you go. That's how you know.
No. Well, I was no.
Shameful.
Well, you Sandals is going to get me a
I hope
teeter
he's
today.
watching this and he's gonna slide at the goal line on you.
Hey, man. It's all good. Well, you know what, man? I was thinking like it's a game within a game because we sit there in our chat and we yell, "Why aren't they giving him the ball?" And honestly, I swear to God that I be thinking like they don't want him to have this such amazing year where they got to pay him all this money. I feel like they be making business decisions in terms of Miles's future when they get down to the goal line because for whatever reason that motherfucker is not getting the ball.
Hmm.
So
I do like in this game though. Aaron Rodgers passing yards under. I think
okay,
you're playing against one of the top passing defenses in NFL, and then at the same time, Green Bay's O line has been pretty much in shambles. So we got that rotation coming up front. This should be a if it gets down to the point where he has to drop back and start passing, I think we'll be able to get after him. So you
so
might
you
even
got
be
to
able to see INT over a half INT for Aaron Rodgers too. I
let
think
me
that's
see
in
what
the
it
plus
looks.
money
If it's
side.
plus money, that's a good look.
I
There it
think it
is,
is.
plus 116.
Yeah, I like that. Still a little half a unit on that.
Yeah, that ain't bad. I like that. What's his rushing? What's this? 279.
Jalen Hurts anytime to score might be good.
That's always a good look. That's what I'm saying. Like they give it to him down there. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Let's see what it is. Plus 100.
Even money.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right. So where were we? Let's get back to the slate. We did Tampa, so we're at Cincy versus Tennessee. Line is very short. Cincinnati's favorite -1. Money line dead even. Total is 42.5. Uh, I don't know what the verdict is on Chase as of yet. I do know
I
Mixon
think
is
he's out.
out. Is Chase out?
Yeah, I got a note on my fantasy app.
Fantasy?
Yeah, he was out.
Yeah.
So that line's going to move down again, I'm sure. It's at
So
1 now.
yeah, it's at 1. Obviously, we're probably sitting at about a pick at this point.
Joe Mixon is out.
I don't know. I don't know what to do with this Cincinnati team. I know you're about to say Mixon's out as well. And Was it Perrier?
And he's been playing well too while he's been out there.
I mean, he
P-Ron?
exploded for that touchdown score. Um, I mean, if they get down there, he's getting the ball. He's a moose.
P-Ron, right?
So I don't know what this offense looks with him, because Mixon was so dynamic, and he's nothing like that. Like he's like a fullback, really. He's like a fullback back there. Like he's going to get like 15 carries for like 40 yards, and like 4 catches for like 15 yards. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's a short yardage. He has no burst. He's not bringing. So to me, this is all on Burrow. This is a Burrow game, and I got to look at Higgins. So I'm thinking Joe, his attempts have to be in the 30s, right? Yeah, look at that. It's 36 attempts. Has he even thrown 37 times at all this year? Probably has. Let me see.
Who are you talking about?
Burrow.
In a game?
Yeah, no, he has easily. 30.
Yeah.
He had 39. I'm talking about his attempts. 39 attempts. Then he had 28, 35, 42, 37, 35. So that number is about right. He's had multiple touchdown games in 4 of the last 5. So what's this, probably 2.5? I would take this 1.5 right here. It's juicy at -61. Could be a teaser filler. Not a teaser, I'm sorry, a parlay filler for a leg and a parlay. But I really like this 1.5.
What is it?
1.5. What's up?
What's his passing touchdowns? 1.5?
1.5. It's juicy though. It's at -160. Well, even Tannehill's plus 162 don't look too bad. Because it's going to be a 40. It's going to be a. It's like, was it 43? I think is the total 43.5, 42.5.
Mm-hmm.
So you just think about that, right? That's still what, 6 touchdowns?
Yeah, I think this game is going to be a slow game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is going to be a probably the fastest game, on the card today. I think because they're going to probably rely heavy on a run game for Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I know Cincinnati's not that good against the run. I think they're middle of the pack, if not, lower middle. I think the key to this is Tennessee ball control. I think they'll have a good opportunity of doing that. So I don't know about the pass attempts. I don't see the quarterback scoring more than multiple touchdowns in this game. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I think this would be a ground heavy game. I think Henry has a big day. His props might be pretty strong up there.
Yeah, I'll bring him up.
That'll be my lean here on Tennessee. I like Tennessee, and then I like Henry on the props. I feel like I missed a number at the +3. Now that it's -+1, probably be a pick by the kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
But Tennessee will be my play here at home.
So we got Henry -160 to score. First touchdown, I think it's interesting at 4-1. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Just a bad spot here for Cincinnati. Come down with 2 of their best key offensive players out.
And just like you said, he's at 100 yards.
Yeah, I like
Which
Henry.
is probably still a decent bet. I know Burks has been coming on for them. They've started to find the way to get him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
His prop is pretty low at 43.5. It's just because they don't throw the ball. But I would get this. I would jump on this. Well, I mean, he's still, because it's just that there's those attempts for that was a nice gem that I found. Anything under 25 attempts for Henry, I'm on. Let me see real quick. I'll hit this two times in a row, 2 weeks in a row. I'm on this. There's no way he doesn't get the ball over 20 times.
It's 20?
22, actually.
22. 22. That's right there. It's like right at my line there. 20, I was a little weary, but.
Yeah, he had 28 last game. He had 19, 17, then 32, then 30, then 28. This is ridiculous type of volume. Then 22. 22.5 does sound about right. But yeah, I like your side on this play of just looking at Henry. That makes sense to me. Anybody else, you're kind of just I don't feel as strong about the play outside of Henry.
I check the weather too. If the weather think that's key. And I mean, just for our viewers, I think make sure before you start betting anything, make sure you're betting on the weather each
I'll,
week now, especially as we start closing into the winter time. It's going to be whether snow, rain.
I'll give you weather right now.
I believe it's a little cloudy earlier today when I saw.
So it's gonna be a 31% chance of rains in the Denver Pain, 63% chance of rain in Bucks Brown Cleveland game. So it's gonna be that under looks like it's gonna be good. And then moderate wind, strong gusts blowing diagonal across the field. That makes a lot of sense. Then if it's gonna be 63% chance of rain, we can look at that. Go back to that temps for Chubb. Nothing against Ravens and Jags. Dolphins, no. Jets, no. Washington, 86% chance of rain in Washington.
Yeah, I'm looking outside now. We're probably in the same forecast too. So
I'm trying to see what else. 4 o'clock. Yeah,
what
it's
about
gonna. Yeah, that's right
rain?
because it's gonna rain tonight. Yeah, for the Eagles too.
What about the Tennessee game?
Tennessee was clear, 52,
Okay.
regular day.
All right. Yeah, that's
So
my
those,
my lean is my play is actually on Tennessee plus the points. I'll take that.
nice.
I feel like every time
Cameron, Rob, Don,
they
Don,
let me down.
everybody that's on, man. Appreciate y'all jumping on. I see y'all out there. I see you. All right, next game. Houston Texans at Miami. Miami is favorite minus 14. Total is 46, 46 and a half. Bad spot for Texans getting Miami off a bye at home. This one should be over quick. I know the running back Munster is out for the Dolphins, so a lot of people are going to be on Jeff Wilson Jr., especially against a Houston Texans defense who ranks almost dead last in rushing defense efficiency. So that makes a lot of sense to me. I was looking at team total.
Okay.
I was actually looking at the probably non-popular play in the Dolphins over their 30 and a half. I think Miami gets out in this game a lot, and I think they score points.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard for Tennessee to slow this offense down. I mean Texans. I'm sorry.
I agree 100%. And mind you, remember I said last week, watch out for them big point favorites. At 13, been deadly for us, or for me anyway. So I don't think this will be the case here. I think Miami, like you said, off a bye, should be prepared. They shouldn't still be asleep or on vacation when Texans come in town, but you never know. Miami has been leaky defensively and given up some points. So
Yeah,
this could be a little tricky. I mean, you figure the Browns put up 17, Bears 32, Lions 27. That's the last 3 weeks. So Miami do have a leaky defense. That's what's been shown. So I would say Houston could possibly score. You might want to look at Houston's team total. If it's in the teens, it
it
might be
is.
a good play. How low?
My only question is who going to score for the Texans? Is it just
I
Pierce?
mean, I think that question's every week, and they end up
Right.
scoring. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's not like Houston's
It's
been getting
15
shut
and a
down.
half. They're gonna
I think
score. They're gonna score 17.
15 and a half. Yeah, I like them over 15 and a half. I like them 16. I think they average about that. 16 points?
So they had 10, 16, 17, 10, 20, 13. They haven't scored over 20 points since the first week of October.
Yeah. Like I said, Dolphins have leaky defense. Coming off a bye, maybe you want to look at first half. First half team total over should be 6.5 maybe.
I like that if that's it. They should score. And if Miami gets out fast and scores a lot, they'll have more opportunities.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Texans first half. 7.5. Ooh.
Hook.
Ooh. They know what they doing.
Well,
What's
Stingley's out
Miami?
for them. Their defense is one of the best defenders. That's not good.
Who's out?
So Stingley.
Oh, the corner. The corner's out.
So
I like this 15 and a half for the Dolphins. I think they
First
could
half?
score. Yeah, I think I actually like this better than a 30.5. I like this 15.5 first quarter though. I think they get out. They're going to want to get out fast, and you know what I mean. They're going to be well rested in that first half. Makes a lot of sense to me.
I'm sure Hill's props is probably
Through the
charged up.
roof. Yep. They've scored
About 7.5
17,
catches.
21, 17, and out of the last three. They scored when they beat the Steelers 16-10, they scored all 16 points in the first half. Let me look at this first quarter real quick. I wasn't even digging into this game too much just because I didn't know what the Texans. It's probably 9.5. Yeah, that's what I thought. And 3.5. Yeah, I like the first half bet. I don't want to play with that first quarter. I don't know when I'm going to get it because the Texans are going to try to run the ball. Obviously, I would be looking at Pierce here. But the defensive line for Miami has been okay. I haven't followed them much to really give a good take on that. But from what I know, I think they're in the middle of the pack of rushing efficiency. But this guy is he's everything for the Texans. So I feel like it's a little bit low, but I guess they're going to be feeling like they're going to be throwing a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can't bet on. Oh, that's right. It's not even Mills anymore. Kyle Allen's getting the start. That is right. I forgot about that. Wow. That's even worse. We don't even know what you're going to get from an offensive set like that. All right. Won't spend too much time on that, John. I forgot about that. That's probably why didn't even look at this game. All right. Chicago Bears at the New York Jets. Jets are minus 6.5. The homie Mikey White getting the start. Total is 38.5. Do we know if Fields is playing? I know there was some talk about him playing because he popped out his separated shoulder, but I don't think so, right?
Yeah, I think he's questionable with the AC joint. I'm seeing Trevor Siemian up here, possibly ready to go. I would assume so. I'll know a little later, closer to kickoff.
Okay.
But we know Mike White. Mike White can throw that thing.
Mikey White.
Player of the week.
I think they respond here, right? That's hard for me to bet a Jets team here, but I think you get a response from this team, and I think they rally around Mikey White, and I think they get it done. This Chicago team is going to be really bad. They were bad with Fields, and now you take a step back and a little bit more game manager. Trevor Simmons from Washington, right? He was in Washington before this. Is that where he was?
Wasn't he in Denver? Trevor
Was he in
Siemian?
Denver? Yeah, he was in Denver. He was in Denver.
I don't trust that kid, but
Yeah, no, of course not. So I would actually, I think the Jets are a good play here, from the side perspective. I think White gives them a boost, and I think you see this team respond. To be honest, I don't like Rakins being out for them, but Simeon is a typical backup quarterback in the NFL, game manager. You're going to see a lot of David Montgomery, short passes, nothing too crazy. New York's still fighting for a playoff spot. So they're 6-4 right now. They need a win after a division loss to the Patriots last week in a game where they should have probably won. So yeah, give me the Jets. I like the Jets to win here. You know what? Maybe 21-10, something like that.
I think if Justin Fields is not playing, which I think he's highly doubtful, then you got to play your money on New York Jets. Mike White's
I was
been
about to say, are you? Is that if Fields being out for Chicago? Is that an
100%.
upgrade?
Was it upgrade for Chicago?
Yeah, because they're gonna have a typical quarterback.
No. The only
Okay.
reason Chicago's been winning and doing the things he's been doing is because of Justin Fields.
I agree.
I mean, he's able to move around in the pocket. He's gotten confidence. I think he's been a little bit reckless, which is why ultimately he's now on the injury report. But
Yep.
he's the reason why they made that run. I mean, you look at his fantasy numbers. I think he's been averaging over like 25 points a game over these past 4 weeks. So yeah, I think if Justin Fields not playing, my money's on New York Jets here at home, coming off a heartbreaking loss to where the coach had to bench their quarterback for not taking responsibility. And shame on Zach Wilson. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
But
he's a young boy. That's why. What is he?
hey,
23.
yeah, I mean, but you got to have somebody got to be talking to you in your ear, like, yo, tone it down.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like Michael Carter here's receptions over. I think Mike White last time, I think history, he's leaned on Michael Carter in the past. So
Yeah,
that
they're
might
up there.
be
Reception yards or total receptions?
total receptions. I like him over. I think it's 2.5 or 3.
He's not on here. Not on this list. He might be on another book. He
Okay.
might be on
I would look at
DraftKings.
that if that line is there. Definitely take a look wherever your books are shopping.
I like.
Um, I do like
Go
the
ahead. I'm
Jets
sorry.
here.
My bad.
No,
My bad.
I
Go
do
ahead.
like the Jets here.
Yeah, I do like the Jets too here. I would actually put them in my 10-point teaser for the Jets, and I do like as a player prop. I do like Cole here. Um, what's the best for for a new quarterback trying to get acclimated? It's going to be a lot of check downs. They don't have much outside anyway, especially against the Jets secondary right now. So I like a lot of check downs, a lot of stuff in the middle. You're getting that plus 126 plus money. He's going to be doing a lot of check downs to the running backs, a lot of digs to the tight end. So give me Cole commit
Okay.
over 3.5.
I like to
Commit. I'm
tease that
sorry.
under too. Tease that under to get it up to 48 and
Yeah,
go
that makes
under.
a lot of sense. Yeah,
Um,
that makes a lot of sense too. That'll be in the total. Let's build that right now. So right now we have the for the total over and unders, because I know we usually do that. Let's add this at the top. Jets versus Bears. We're going teasing at the 48.5, and we're taking the under.
mhm.
All right. All right, let's take it back. Take it back. Anything from up top you want to add to a total over and under?
I mean, I would go with that Denver Carolina game. You can bring that down. I think we said it's
What
going to
to
be weather up there,
26?
right? Say again.
To the other way, right?
We're
To
gonna tease
46,
up
not
to
26.
46 and go under there. You said it's going to be weather there, right?
Yeah, let me double check that again. Carolina, yeah, 31% chance of rain.
Possibly rain, but I mean, either way, they don't score much. Two teams that are struggling to score touchdowns.
Okay. I was actually looking at that Cleveland game, Cleveland and Tampa, teasing that
Only
up
only
to
thing that scares me
52.
because Cleveland can score touchdowns. Sometimes those games and Cleveland games end up being in the 20s, and then if it gets there, um, it's going to be a
It's
little
supposed to
bit.
rain. It's a 60%, 65% chance of rain in Cleveland.
Okay,
That's
so
why
you
I
think
was
the
going
ball's
with
going to
that
be on the
one.
ground?
Well, I mean, it's going to be 52. It's 52 and a half. And I mean, I could see it maybe a 27-24 game. Like you're going to be right there, I think, if anything. But yeah, I mean, Cleveland's going to run the ball. I mean, that's what they do. Um, and I don't think the rain. I mean, it's Tampa, right? They play in the rain. Tampa coming off a bye here, which is probably good as well.
I
But
would
Tampa
be
just hasn't
more.
scored that much, to be
So what
honest with
about
you.
Baltimore Jacksonville? It's going to be rain there. I would go that route and go under there.
Baltimore Giants. Let me bring that up. It's at the top. Yeah, Ravens, Baltimore Ravens at Jacksonville Jags. So yeah, we would even get it higher at 53.5.
Yeah, I would go that route. I mean, mainly because, like I
Okay.
said, I think it affects Baltimore more in the rain than it does Jacksonville. Um, they like to rely a lot on Lamar Jackson's abilities to run, and we've seen him in the rain. He slips and slides all the time. He doesn't get his feet. I think Jacksonville coming off. I think Jacksonville's coming off a bye too, right?
Let me double check that. I think so.
I think they found a little something in ETN. They like to control this game, and it seems like it's gonna be one of them dirty games. Probably grind out
Um,
24-13 type game, maybe like a 21.
Where is the?
21-17. Jacksonville has a chance at the end. Baltimore.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice day.
Gonna be a nice day in Jacksonville.
It's gonna be a nice day. 6% chance of rain, 77.
Damn it! I still like the
Yeah.
under there.
Yeah.
Just
I,
that Cleveland Tampa can kind of be a little tricky.
I think I'm gonna go with the Cleveland one. For at least my play. I think
Okay.
I'm gonna go with what I was thinking.
Good luck on that for sure.
67%, chance of rain. It's not. I mean, Tom's played in everything. It didn't matter. But I think it's going to really affect Cleveland in their way to progress the ball, especially coming off a decent game that they had last week where Cooper went off. I think they're going to want to control this game, slow this game down, and I think this total is going to drop even more as the weather report gets a little bit more clear. Any other games that we're looking at from a total side to put in any place before we move on to the Raiders Seattle game and the 4:00 games?
No. What was your play on the Washington game?
My play on the Washington game. I think did we miss this? Because I think it's supposed to rain in Washington too, right? Because it's raining here.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that under. That's an 86% chance of rain in that game.
So
I think
which
that's my
for
other
me,
leg. That's my other leg.
so in
Under.
this case, this is why I like Washington. I like Washington here,
Yeah, I do
especially
like
when it comes down
Washington.
to rain, because I saw Atlanta play in the rain on turf, and they looked like Bozo the Clown.
Mm.
That was the Carolina Panthers game, and Carolina has turf, and Marcus Mariota looked like he was in a damn tsunami. The way he was playing, it just couldn't get right, and it wasn't even raining that hard. I'm like, what's wrong with this dude? Really, I just couldn't understand it. I'm like, it's not even raining. So for me, I like Washington here. Washington, as you've seen, they played in those type of weathers. I think they're built for that. They run heavy on a run game. You'll get that two-headed monster with Robinson and
Mhm.
the other. It was a Gibson. And I think Tyler Heineke will just continue to play off them. He's played in that weather. He's played in that. I think the Green Bay Washington game they won was a little rainy and wet. I like Washington here. Just buy a point, get them under that 2.5. I like Washington home here. I do.
Yeah, and I think Young's going to be on a snap count. I think Young actually might suit up and play today.
Good for him. I wouldn't play him in the day if I
Yeah,
was them. I would never play him in no weather like
in
this.
the
It's gonna be
rain
80%
game.
rain.
Yeah,
Hell no.
agreed.
But I know what I've seen out of Marcus Mariota and Atlanta Falcons when it was sprinkling in Carolina on primetime Thursday. I do
Yeah.
remember that.
Panthers win today, I feel, from Bobby Stevens.
Mm,
It's not a play that I'm looking at, right? You're betting on two bad teams on that point. And then what's the edge, right? What's your side? What's your take on why you think Carolina's going to win that game?
or why would you even worry about putting money on those two bad
Yeah, I
teams?
think you can find some value in some other places. There's not a lot of value here. Because even with plus 1.5, you're still playing 15 on the juice. I don't see the value here in taking it. You better off taking the Commanders just on Diddy's take here and buying the minus 120 to get it to a point than paying for the plus 1.5. You got a Washington Commanders team coming on at home in the rain. This game could be like a 17-13 type game too. I wonder if this under is even it's not low enough. In a game where we know it's going to rain 80%. And you just said we just seen what Atlanta did in the rain before. With Kyle Pitts out for the year,
That
no
defense
offensive
looked
tackle.
terrible. They had
Yeah.
Carolina. That was with I don't even know who was playing. I think I was at quarterback for Carolina.
Yeah, not sure about that one. But yeah, no, I think Washington's a strong play for sure. Agreed. All right, 4:00 games. We got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling up to Seattle. Seattle's favorite -4, total is 47.5. Vegas coming off a thrilling win. What's that, Mexico City?
Yes. No.
No,
No.
that was San Fran, right? San Fran was in Mexico City. My bad.
This was just
This is against Arizona,
yeah.
I believe.
No.
Walk off. They travel up to Seattle. Geno Smith still doing his thing out there in Seattle. Anything from a player prop side on the Raiders, it's got to be Adams or nothing. I mean, it is what it is. I think 85 yards is a little too low. He is facing one of the better corners, and I think that rookie. And then rookie's actually I didn't know how big a corner he was. He's like 6'4", 6'3". So going to still be tough trying to slow down Adams. I think he still gets his number just by sheer volume. Look, I mean, his 6.5 catches minus 162. Like, elite receiver. He's going to do elite stuff. I like his over still at 85.5. It should be more like 90, I think. Even 93.5, somewhere in there. He should get close to 100 yards. One of the higher totals of the week, 40, I think it was 47, if I'm not mistaken, over 47.5. So they're going to be moving the ball. Seattle's defense have gotten a little bit better against the rush. I know they're pretty decent against the pass. Josh Jacobs has been a moose for the Raiders. And I would be looking at Kenneth Walker here to get some success. This Raiders defense against the rush hasn't fared too well. And again, Kenneth Walker is just a volume guy. He's always good to break a good 20-yard rush during the game. So I don't really have too many plays outside of Adams on this game. But
Vegas went to Denver last week and they got a victory out of there. It's a tough place to play, altitude, that crowd in Denver. So that was a big win. I know it was a must win for the Vegas Raiders. I'll look at Josh Jacobs' numbers. Look at his total rushing. If it's in the 80s, and I like it going over. That's a telltale time.
I'm surprised they don't have anything for Josh Jacobs up right now.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I have nothing up.
Yeah, I would look at your books and look for Josh Jacobs. If it's in the 80s, obviously not the high 80s, but I would go 80s. I think he's been running really well, getting the carries he needed. I think averaging over 18 to 20 carries. And he's been hitting that 100-yard mark a lot too. So I would think they'll depend on him, especially going into that crowd. A lot of check down or check offs to where it'll be run plays versus the pass play. And I like Seattle here at home, coming off a bye. Seattle's a tough team to play. You've seen they play team football.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Geno Smith's comeback player of the year, I think, in the NFL. You can really see that maturation since he's got that starting role. So I'd like Seattle here at home. I think it's going to be a tough sledding for Las Vegas. Maybe look at that first half over. I think Vegas usually starts off pretty hot in games. Like they score. So maybe that first half over, which would probably be 23.5 maybe?
Yeah, right there, 23.5.
Is it 23.5?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's about right. I like that. Damn, I'd be right on the money sometimes.
Sometimes. All right, what we got here for the team totals? Seattle 13.5 and the Raiders 10.5. Raiders get any momentum in this game? I mean, because they're still fighting, right?
I don't know.
But are they just done? And then, I mean, they're
3 wins.
Right now.
I think it was a must win last week. They got it. I don't know how much fight they got. It's a tough schedule for them. It's not easy to play in Seattle.
Yeah, no, it's
and
not.
them coming off a bye too. So you got that fan base super ready to go. I'm sure.
That's why Josh Jacobs is on the injury report, but he's expected to play. That's why his props are not up.
Okay.
He had a sore calf. So if he's not 100% here, I like to take on Seattle at home because if it's just Adams and Carr, that's not enough to beat a 6-4 Seattle at home, like you said, coming off a bye. I'm gonna put Seattle on that 10-point teaser that I have with the Jets and the Commanders. I'm gonna put Seattle there, and I'm gonna get them at +6. If they somehow lose this game, they lose it on like a field goal, something like that. I don't think they lose this game by a touchdown, especially the way Geno's been playing the last couple games. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot. He's been efficient in the offense. I still think I think QBR, he might be still number one. So I like your take, and I'm finishing my 10-point teasers: the Jets, Commanders, and now Seattle, getting all actually all home favorites plus money. Lock that in. All right, we're almost done here. Okay, then we got a couple more games, and then we'll be out. I'll put up a short of uh, a parlay, a Sandy time touchdown parlay. Missed it by one. I don't like saying missed it by one because everybody misses shit by one in this parlay game. So, got greedy with the Thanksgiving one. I had Zeke rushing for 2 rushing touchdowns, but they gave it to the goddamn tight end. Gave it to a rookie tight end on from 2 yards out. They should have gave it to Zeke. That would have been a nice play. That was $1,000 hit right before Black Friday. So the play actually it didn't hit, but we got the rushing touchdown and I got greedy. So
You want to
it is
build
what it is.
a multiple touchdown, Joe?
Yeah, I had Dallas money line, team total over 27.5. And I'm sorry, was it 23.5? I might have been 23.5. It was either 23.5 or 27.5. I think it was 27.5. And for Zeke to score 2 rushing touchdowns, it was plus 957.
Mm.
So, like on my thing, I look at it's all green. Well, it's all green because he scored, but he didn't score 2 rushing touchdowns. And they had a chance to give him the rushing touchdown, but they gave it to the tight end. It was like a 2 yard rush from the tight end. It was stupid. I was like, get the fuck out of here. All right. The Cardinals versus the Cardinals. The Chargers versus Arizona Cardinals. Chargers are favorite -3. Total is 48.5. I believe Kyle Murray is a go for the Cardinals in this game. I don't really have a side on this game. I would think there would be a lot of scoring. Obviously with the total being at 48.5. No Mike Williams for the Chargers. Allen is starting to get back into shape a little bit. Had a decent game last week, so that's a good thing. But I don't really have a side. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins, probably receptions, probably a good play. He probably get 10. He probably get 10 catches today. Um, they really got nothing else. They can't really rush the ball. Not a game that I picked out to look at, but I don't really have a take. Obviously betting some of the stars would probably be my side, but I don't really have much on this game.
Yeah, me neither. I don't really like neither of these teams. I know everybody was high on the Chargers. I know they've been hit with injuries, but like I said, I'm more. These are two coaches that are like-minded. They're too aggressive for me. They don't play the game the way it's supposed to, and I think that's what cost them a lot. So I can't trust neither of these teams on the side. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals won, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers won. So I don't have a lean on the side here. Maybe the totals, like you said, maybe it gets over. Um,
Yeah,
Player
that would be my only
personnel,
lane.
player props. I do like your Hopkins. He should definitely get the targets. But yeah, I don't really have. We can move to the next game.
Yep, agreed. All right, next game. I didn't know there was so many 4 o'clock games. I only thought there was like 2. I think there's 4. Next game, the Rams versus the Chiefs. This line has jumped up a couple of points, -15.5. Totals 42.5. Pretty crazy that this line is 15.5. Half the spread, almost half the spread is on the Chiefs side here. If you like a super teaser, or is it a monster teaser? I forget whatever it is for a 4-team -13.5. You can put the Chiefs in here with that play I had with the Jets, the Commanders in Seattle, and do a 13.5 super. I believe is a super teaser. Adding the Chiefs to this, Rams got no shot, no Cup, no Stafford, game over. No shot in this game. I don't have a side on this one.
Yeah, I mean that'll be a teaser play for the Chiefs. They're also going away to Kansas City. We know it's tough to play there. I think Bryce Perkins, right? Isn't he going to be starting for the Rams this week? So he does have the ability to run the ball. I'm sure he'll be checking down and probably carrying the rock. So does he have a total any player props on Perkins here at quarterback?
Let me see. Yeah, I didn't really look who it was. I thought it was someone called like Wolford or something.
No, he's benched. It's going to be Perkins starting.
Walford or something like that. Yeah, you're right. Bryce Perkins. Yeah.
And so, do you have his rushing props here?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did say rushing. My bad. Nope.
What about carries? Maybe carries?
Yeah, it would be in here.
Okay.
They don't have anything really for this game. It should be all Chiefs. It should be all Chiefs props. It's really what it should be. Like I don't like. Look, it's all Chiefs. Like it's all. These are all Chiefs. Like the first 6 Chiefs players.
We should build a multi-touchdown parlay. I think I got a couple multi-touchdowns, two touchdowns plus.
I like that. That makes sense to me. If I'm betting that, I'm betting Kelsey to score.
That's what I say. I like Kelsey to score twice. We can go Kelsey to score twice. We can go Henry to score twice. We can go.
Okay.
Who do we just look at?
Let me just put it up real quick.
Yeah. I like these. That's what I like.
You know what? We'll add it to the short. Yeah, because I think I got another show behind me, so I don't want to take up their time.
Yeah. I did want to see what it's like.
Yeah, let me see.
Walker.
I'm gonna go straight to the Monday night game. I'm just getting New Orleans and San Fran. Let me get the Monday night game in. We get out of here. So we got the Pittsburgh still at the Colts minus 2.5. Total is 39.5. Any side on this on play at all? I do not. I would probably lean a tease up to a 10-point teaser to close out a 10-point teaser to 49.5. These teams I don't think score like that. Bad offenses. Oh, okay. Never mind. I got some time. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. We got some time. So Pittsburgh still at the Colts at minus 2.5. Like I said, 39 is a total. I don't really have a side on the Monday night game.
No, I would lean Indianapolis at home here.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they're showing a lot.
That line is short though, man. That should be more. As bad as Pittsburgh's been, you would think that would be 3.5, right? You would think so.
I don't think you can give a bad team like Indianapolis 3.5. But I mean, it's what 2.5.
It's 2.5.
I don't mind that.
All right.
I don't mind. I mean, I'll lean. Like I'd like to get it under the hook. I mean, because Pittsburgh's been battling. If you got to look at the last few games, Pittsburgh's been pretty much battling. They beat the Saints. They were in the game against the Bengals. I think the Eagles obviously smacked around, but you know they was in the game against the Dolphins. They beat the Buccaneers. So I mean, they're not. Although they're a bad team, I think they'll still be ready to go. Yeah. I think Indianapolis is also. I think it's going to be tight, but I'll lean Indianapolis here just because of the defense. They showed a lot on me last week against the Eagles, so I'm just going to follow that defense. They should be able to kind of bottle up Pickett.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have a
probably a lot of sacks. I'll look at sack total maybe.
Why would they put that Monday as a Monday night game? That's a terrible Monday night game.
Yeah, you could have flexed. You could have flexed the Niners game there.
Yeah, I would have did something. That was a terrible Monday night game. All right, so since we do have time, let's go back and build that 2 multi-rushing parlay that you were talking about. So
2 touchdown parlay.
2 touchdown parlays. So the first one I believe we talked about was Henry. We'll finish it off.
Henry Walker.
He dropped down too. Walker from what?
Mm-hmm.
And what? Kelsey?
Go Kelsey.
All right, so let's get Walker in here. Walker. All right. And then let's bring it home with Travis Kelce. And it's crazy, too, because I know everybody done seen somebody hit these Jones, man. Mm-hmm. Like, it just be like, you just be looking at them like, yo, I do this all the time. Why can't I fucking hit? All right, and Kelce.
Sorry looking juicy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Travis Kelce. 7-1. Well, 70-1. My bad.
70-1.
Yeah, 72-1. $25 to win you 1,800. Even less. A little poppy still with $10 to win you $729.20. Better give me my cents.
I like it. I like it. I like it both. I think they both score multiple times. I can see the pathway.
I can see the top.
Defense
I can see
giving
the
up the
two.
field.
Walker's the question mark.
I like Walker.
You like the Walker too?
I love the Walker too.
Uh,
I mean, you figure he breaks one pretty much every game. That's
no, he
one.
does.
That's one.
Yeah.
Right? So he breaks one every 2 games. You can't tell me he's not going to get one within the 10, 5-yard line. They're playing the Raiders. Let's look at it. Let me just look at it. Raiders are ranked 20th against the rush.
Have they given up a
24th in
multi-touchdown rusher at all this year?
I'm sure they have. Let's take a look.
Let's look at the Colts. That would
Let's
be.
look at
somebody
Travis
to give it
Etienne.
to.
Etienne scored twice. That's all I need to see.
That's all I need to see.
That's
All I need to see is Etienne scored twice.
Etienne scored twice. Kamara scored twice.
I was about to say, is that Kamara's 3 touchdown
Yep.
game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. I like the Walker.
Hold on. Let's go to the Texans. Let's see what Pierce did.
Nothing.
He didn't do nothing. Fuck. Did he play?
This shit ain't easy though. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's definitely not easy. But I like Walker. I like Walker.
Yeah.
Let me see if Walker has multiple touchdown games. Let's look at that first.
I have him on my fantasy. I don't.
He has 2 touchdowns against the Arizona Cardinals, 2 touchdowns against the Chargers. So he's shown me multiple touchdowns.
Yo, he's got 7 touchdowns, and he's got all his touchdowns in the last 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
So
coming
he's
off
good
a bye,
for one for sure.
He's nice fresh legs. Mm-hmm.
All right, I like it. I'm not mad at it at all.
It's gonna be fucking Derrick Henry that's gonna get no touchdowns. Watch.
Right. Yeah, that'll be the one. It'll be the one. Like, man, it's a no-brainer. But I like the Walker 2 touchdown score. Could be something we could build in something else for sure. I like it. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's since I got the time real quick, let's jump to that San Fran game. I don't want to skip that for anybody. Where's it at?
I'm gonna keep it easy with you. That'll be a nice teaser play for San Fran here. I like them as a teaser.
Let me bring it back up.
They're just too good. They're a really good team. Solid on every level.
Yeah, no, they're solid. CMC
Especially when they're
obviously changed them. Yeah. New Orleans Saints traveling to San Fran. Total is -8.5. Total side is 8.5. Total is 43. They would probably be in, like I said, a 10-point teaser as well. Me. It's hard to guess who's going to score here. You really got to dig because they just got so many feet with Ayuk, Kittle got off, and obviously CMC. I mean, then don't forget about Debo. So, like, they got a lot of miles to feed. So, it'll be interesting to figure out who's going to score here. But, I mean, I like CMC. I like McCaffrey to score here. First time touchdown score would be possibly a little small play here for me. Plus 430. Look at that. We put him in there. Oh boy. Look at that.
For what?
300 to 1.
For multiple touchdowns?
No, just him to be the first touchdown scorer.
What about anytime scorer?
Anytime scorer? It should probably jump up to like 100 and something to 1. -160. Let's see. Yeah. 120 to 1.
Anytime scorer, right?
Just anytime, yeah. Excuse me. Now we're just playing with stuff. Just playing.
So what
with
that
stuff.
bring you? 10 bring you back 1,000?
$10 will bring you back a rack.
Christian McCaffrey. I think we can find somebody better. Somebody
better.
Christian's going to probably get end zone, but I don't. Like you said, it could be tricky, man. It could be tricky with Christian McCaffrey.
It's tricky with them. Yeah, and you look, even Elijah Mitchell's in there. Look at the top.
It's too much. It's just too
much. The top 6 players who could score all under 2-1. 5 of them are for the Niners.
Christian will probably score through the air. I see a screen pass to the right side, and he's walking in.
It's tough,
But
man.
you might be able to get more money on probably Jalen Hurts to score anytime than it would be.
Like, if I'm betting San Fran, I'm betting somebody stupid like Kyle. What's how you say that last name? Yusacek, I think. I forget how
Kyle
they say it.
Juszczyk? No, he's not scoring.
He's
I would never put him in a parlay.
Oh no. I'm talking about like put like a quick 10,
okay.
little small.
Yeah, I
money
don't
on
think
it.
he's even going to even get. I don't think he will even get the ball to
Does he?
touch.
Yeah, he doesn't even play. But see,
because now they gonna got too many players now. They used to go to him a couple times, but now it's like,
yeah, I agree.
This is too much. I can't. Why would I even hand you the ball?
Yeah, like it's tough. Like I said, but I like your original play here. Like you were saying, San Fran defense is coming on too as well. See these team totals are anything under if what do you think the Saints are? Team total 15, 14?
Yeah, about 15.
Oh, close. 16 and a half.
Yeah.
Do they score 3 times?
They could.
2 times.
It's not going to be a game like they played Arizona with a backup quarterback.
Right.
But I mean, once again, it still depends on the weather out there in 49ers. Is it going to be windy? You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Let me see real quick. Nope. Clear sunny day.
Damn, no wind.
Light winds blow from end zone to end zone. So
yeah, I can see them getting 17. I see the Niners getting over 30 today.
Have your Niners play today?
I just think they get up there. What's the total
for the Niners?
What's the total for the game?
I thought it was. What was it?
48 or something like that.
Was it that high? If it was 48, you got a light 43.
43.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't touch it.
I hear you.
I just like the Niners in the teaser though.
Yeah, I do like the Niners in the teaser. I think they won the game.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's bring it back. All right, everybody. If you're still with us, appreciate it. People who've stayed on this long trying to get plays. Make sure you go follow MoneyPot Podcast on YouTube. I will be dropping a parlay here shortly. You got the plays locked in. Once again, I got 2 teasers, 10-point teasers. I got the Jets, Commanders, and Seattle. And then my other teaser total, I've got the under in the Jets Seattle game. I got the under in the Cleveland Tampa game. And I got the under in the Falcons Washington game. Are my 2 teaser plays. Sides on prayer props, I got Mark Andrews over his 67.5. I got Hurts throwing for over 1.5 touchdowns. I think I cleared out the other one. So I'll make a post real quick just to lock everything in. And we'll get that up. We'll get that up in for everybody to check out. So make sure you follow.
You can add that Niners over teaser that I had going. Just put the Niners over in that over 33.
Over 33 points?
Yep, in that game.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll add that to the teaser too. So this is Moss Money. That's B Diddy.
Happy Sunday.
This is MoneyPot Podcast. Make sure everybody bet responsibly. I know it was a holiday weekend. Let's see if we can recoup some of these plays. We are out.